What's going on? What's up? What's happening, friends and family? Family and friends, welcome to this week's edition of Grover Takeover. I am MT Aunt. MT Aunt Grover, you know I am the Grover. Before I get started, please remember that I need for you to like. I need for you to comment. I need for you to share, like I tell you every week. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube page, mtauntgrover.com/youtube.com. Reach down and click that notification bell so that you can be notified of all available content. I don't want you to miss a minute of anything that I'm going to be doing for you. Let's jump right in to this week's show because I have a lot to cover as usual. And so I want to get in, make sure I can get it all in for us. First of all, I have to confess, this is serious, friend. This is serious, family. So for the last few years, I've been suffering from an epidemic outbreak. You know, I'm not the only one that has been suffering from this disorder. It is something that has affected millions and millions of people worldwide. Now, this is something, you know, it ran rampant long before COVID, you know, and I did go into remission at the beginning of the year, you know, thank God, thank the Lord, you know, but I was sick. Oh, friends and family, I was sick. I was sick and tired of Trump. Sick and tired of Donald J. Trump. For you see, Sunkissed, since he's been out of office, has kind of been laying low a little bit here and there. He rears his ugly wig-covered head to bare and grit his teeth and remind us all that he won the election, you know, that the election was rigged and stolen. And I kind of promised myself that I had no intention of talking about him again, that now that he was no longer president, but this time, I just absolutely must jump in here and remind you guys just how much of a fool and an idiot this man is. This senile, old, orange, sun-kissed, tangerine, Tangelo, Orange Ranger. So either way, George W. Bush, who was the 43rd President of the United States, spoke on the 20th anniversary of 9/11, which was just a few days ago. Now, when George Bush was president, I don't remember him saying very many profound things. I do not recall him saying too many things that anybody was really going to remember. But when he did this speech for the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 tragedy, it was very profound. He had very profound things to say. While this former president, number 43, was doing and saying all of these things to unify us, this seemed to be the perfect time for This seemed to be the perfect time for Orange Dummy to go on a tour of police stations and fire stations and speak on how the election was rigged and stolen and how he won and how everybody has to fight for what they need to fight for. So he chose the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 tragedy to try and incite another riot with the protest happening some 4 or 5 days later. He might as well have done this on Christmas, because there was no worse time for him to remind us just how much of a fool he is. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I just, you know, those of you that are Trump supporters, probably not too many Trump supporters watch me. Congratulations. Congratulations to me, because I don't care. I don't want you to watch me if you support Trump. But either way, I just want anybody that still supports this man and that thinks this man should run again to always remember that unless you are rich, he is not for you. He doesn't care about you. if you're drawing Social Security, disability, any of those other T's, you might want to not support him because he's going to try and make sure that you die. You're going to die if you support Trump and you're poor. I just thought I would want you to know that. I'm going to move and skirt right along because, like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that because I have too many good things to talk about because the MTV VMA Awards aired this year. Award shows back. But Sunday night, they came and they gave it to us, and they gave it to us good. In prime award show fashion. You can tell that these artists have been sitting at home and they have all this pent up performance energy because every single solitary performance was on fire, was lit, was just great, and was everything. Normani, Lil Nas X, Doja Cat, Chloe Bailey, Olivia Rodrigo, Machine Gun Kelly, Busta Rhymes came out of the woodworks with Spliff Star and did a medley of hits. Justin Bieber, Camila Cabello, Alicia Keys got up there and sat behind the piano and pretended like she could still sing with her new song with Sway Lee. Lotto, Big Lotto, Madonna rose from her crypt to make an appearance. You know, she took the boyfriend off of her teat and came out there with her face completely packed and full of Restylane and Botox and scared the hell out of us. But I'm setting up, this is all a setup for what I really want to talk about, and that is the fact that there was unrest regarding the provocative nature of some of the performances. People were saying that, oh, the Chloe Bailey and the Normani, Normani got up there and climbed on top of Tiana Taylor, who was strapped down to this apparatus and writhed and grind all upon her, and Chloe Bailey shook and smacked her own self on her butt all night long, and Lotto came out there with her new boobs and shook them around, and there was a lot of things happening and going, and so the people were unhappy about the provocative nature of some of these performances. White people. Now, see, I sat up here and jumped all over parents last week for hiding their homophobia behind their children. So here I go again. White people, stop hiding your racism behind your children. Stop saying that, ooh, your children were subjected to this and subjected to that. Be clear that the VMAs, every single solitary year since the beginning of time, have been the outlet where artists can go because MTV has always been a cable network, and they could do their provocative performances because they couldn't do things like that at the AMAs and the Grammys and civilized award shows. So VMAs have always been where they've acted a fool. But don't you sit up here, white people, and tell me that you were offended by the provocative nature when back in the beginning of the time, I remember as a small child in the early 80s watching Madonna writhe around on the stage in a faux wedding dress singing about how she was like a virgin when we clearly knew she wasn't like anything of the sort. I recall long time ago, Gene Simmons, the lead singer of the band Kiss, getting on the stage and licking his long tongue out and emulating the act of oral sex on a woman with a guitar with his long, nasty tongue. I remember Britney Spears, who at the time was only 18 years old, came out and performed in a breakaway suit that broke away into a flesh-colored bodysuit, two-piece deal number that made it appear as if she was naked with sparklies all over her, but that her nudity was so glamorous that it sparkled. I could go on and on and on, but I'd only have so much time. What I want to say is this: just because music has taken a turn and R&B and hip hop have been reclaimed by its rightful owners, aka the blacks, as you refer to us, and they came out there with their curves and swerves. That does not mean that they were any more or less provocative than anyone else that's ever performed on the MTV Video Music Awards. White people, do not hide your racism behind your children. It's okay. We know that some of you are still racist. We don't care. We never have cared. But don't do that to your children. Racism is not a born behavior. It is a taught and learned behavior. And that's where they teach it and learn it, right there at the kitchen table, saying ridiculous things like this. I'm about to skirt right along to my next thing because Sunday night was the VMAs, but Monday night they came right behind with the Met Gala. Anna Wintour's annual celebrity charity event, with this year's theme being, let me see, all about American or American influenced designers. Yeah, the event is the Oscars of the fashion world and raises money for the Costume Institute. It is a sheer chance for celebrities to get out there and try to outdo each other. Who's more fashionable than who? Who's wearing the most popular designer over this person's designer? Who looks more ridiculous than the other one? Either way, the queen of the Met Gala, Rihanna, as she always says her name. She, of course, was there, as she always is, right along with her new boo, A$AP Rocky. He wore a quilt. J-Lo came out there looking like she just fell out of the cast of the Wild Wild West. Whoopi Goldberg showed up. She was beautiful, but she looked like Barney's grandmother. Iman, supermodel Iman, who is now 657 years old, came out there looking immaculate and better than ever. I've never seen anything like it. She had on this huge, feathery something or another. I can't even describe it. I'll put the picture of it up there for you, though. Yara Sadidi from Blackish and Grownish. Kim K came out there looking like she was ready to beat somebody to death with a whip. She came in some dominatrix outfit, fully covered from head to toe. Her face was covered, her arms were covered, her hands were covered, her feet were covered. We've never seen her in this much fabric. We didn't know what to do. It almost sent people into shock. Her outfit was, of course, designed it was designed by her ex-husband Kanye, but it was made by a different designer. Serena Williams came out there. She looked like Snuffleupagus' pink cousin. Jimmy Fallon, he had on a normal tuxedo. I don't know where he thought he was. Chloe and Hailey Bailey, they arrived together. The sisters looked incredible. The list goes on and on. There are far too many celebrities for me to name. These people go and they outdo each other on the red carpet. They walk up all these stairs. They go inside there and do all their Illuminati chants and remind the devil why he has blessed them with all this money and fame. And then they come outside and go back to their homes like nothing ever happened. I do hope that you have enjoyed this week's edition of Grover Takeover. There's, of course, a feed on the MTV page that has all of the performances looped together if you don't want to see the awards. And, of course, the entire show is showing. You can see all of the incredible and not so incredible looks from the Met Gala. Literally by Googling the Met Gala. You can do that if you feel the need, or you could also go on YouTube and see a lot of them there. You can hear more about just how stupid Donald Trump is by watching the news, because everybody is talking about it. Good job, George W. George W. does care about black people, especially Michelle Obama. Remember that I need for you to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube. Click the notification if you're watching on YouTube so you can be notified of all available content. Friends and family and friends, come on back. Remember that I want to see you next time. I need for you to have a good day, for you to have a good night, and for you to have a good life. And tune in for the next episode of Grover Takeover. I will be right back here for you. Will you be there for me? I guess we'll find out next time.